Welcome back. In our last session, we explored the first half of Daniel with its captivating stories and visions of earthly kingdoms. Today, we will delve into the second half, chapters 8 through 12, which contain even more details and apocalyptic visions of the future. The visions in Daniel 8 through 12 introduce new symbols and themes that build upon the foundation laid in earlier chapters. We encounter the ram and the goat. These animals symbolize the Medo-Persian and Greek empires respectively. Their clash reveals the rise and the fall of empires, echoing the theme of God's sovereignty over human history. The little horn, the enigmatic figure, emerges from one of the horns of the goat, representing a powerful and blasphemous ruler who persecutes God's people. Many scholars see this figure as foreshadowing the Antichrist in the end times. And then the 70 weeks. This prophecy, though discussed in session 6, is further developed in these chapters, emphasizing God's specific timeline for fulfilling his plan of redemption. These visions also deepen the themes of judgment and hope. While the little horn's actions represent a peak of evil and rebellion, the visions of resurrection and judgment in Daniel 12 offer a resounding assurance of God's ultimate victory and the vindication of the righteous. Daniel 8 through 12 have a strong eschatological focus, pointing toward the end times and the final clash between good and evil. The little horn's blasphemous actions and persecution of God's people foreshadow the Antichrist's reign of terror. However, these chapters also contain glimpses of hope, the vision of the resurrection, and the promise of eternal reward for the righteous. As James Hamilton explains, the elements of this pattern are straightforward. At the time of the end, a king of exaggerated wickedness arises, whose attack on God's people, he tries to keep them from worshiping him, setting up instead an abomination of desolation. Thereupon, a horrible time of tribulation will continue for 3.5 years, before the wicked king meets sudden, irreversible destruction, resulting in the deliverance for the righteous. In the midst of this cosmic conflict, the figure of Michael, the archangel, emerges as a powerful defender of God's people. He is portrayed as a warrior prince who stands against the forces of evil, offering protection and assurance to the faithful. Michael's presence in these visions emphasizes the spiritual dimension of the battle between good and evil. It also points us towards Christ, the ultimate victor over sin and death. As Hamilton notes, different visions in Daniel communicate the deliverance of the righteous and their reward in different ways. In Daniel 12, this deliverance is portrayed as the resurrection of the dead, a foreshadowing of the general resurrection and the ultimate triumph of God's kingdom. I hope this session has shed some light on the complex and fascinating visions of Daniel 8 through 12. As we continue our journey through this remarkable book, may we be encouraged by its message of hope and inspired to live faithfully for God's kingdom.